What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in this one I wanted to share a solo with you guys using Baron Mordo. So for today we're going to be taking a look at one of these super villain wave modes that we get inside Shadowland, because I know that this thing is actually incredibly difficult and really annoying for most newer players. So I wanted to show my Baron Mordo some love and share a solo with you guys using him. Now, just in case any of you guys are wondering, Baron Mordo is a solid pickup. He's a very good tier 1 super villain. Tier 2, I would say don't even bother tier 2ing him. He's one of those characters where he's great at tier 1, but you shouldn't tier 2 him. That's how I feel about him personally. Unless you really like him, you don't need to tier 2 him, because at tier 2, I wouldn't say he becomes exponentially better. There's nothing at tier 2 that I would say he's able to do that at tier 1 a really built up Baron Mordo wouldn't be able to do. However, in terms of super villains, this guy is actually on par, if not better than the majority of the Sinister Six. And I mentioned the Sinister Six because collectively the Sinister Six is the best group of super villains in the game, like tier 1 super villains. We're not going to compare him to the Black Order and tier 2 natives. We're talking about really attainable tier 1 super villains. He is one of the best in my opinion. The only ones that are above him I would say are Vulture for sure, and Sandman, just because Sandman is a little bit easier to play and Sandman can be used in extreme AB. The others, so Kraven, Mysterio, Lizard, and Rhino, are all below him, and to be honest, the majority of the tier 1 super villains in this game are below Baron Mordo. Now, I won't lie to you guys, Baron Mordo requires a little bit of technical skill to play. However, once you get skill cooldown maxed out on this guy and you figure out his rotation a little bit, he becomes so fluid and so amazing to use. Trust me, guys. In his kit, he has a lot of partial iframes, a good bit of movement, really good damage. So as long as you prioritize his iframe, and he also has a guard, he is really easy to keep alive, and you will find that in most cases he can get what you need him to get done. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you guys the build details on him. As you guys can see right here, my skill cooldown is not completely maxed out. It is at 49.65%, so almost 50%, which is the max. And to be honest, I'm not going to even try to max that out, because 49.65 is basically 50%, right? Ignore defense is maxed out. You definitely want to get that maxed out. Crit damage 162, which is kind of low, to be honest. You want 180, 185. That would be great. Obviously 200 would be the best possible outcome in any case, but you always want to aim for like the minimum of 180. So that's pretty low. Crit rate is very high though, and he has max attack speed. So right there we have almost 3 stats that are in a place where they should be, which is the skill cooldown, ignore defense, and attack speed. Crit rate is pretty high as well. Only thing that I really need to work on for this guy is some more crit damage. Let me go ahead and show you guys the gears. Everything is at 20, and the last gear slot right here is rolled for critical damage. Didn't want to roll it for skill cooldown just to max off, because I would be wasting a whole lot of stats just to get that little bit of what, like 0.3, 0.5%. Like no, not worth it. So I put some more crit damage here, and eventually I'll put some ooze on him for crit damage as well. As for his skills, the rotation that I like to use with Baron Mordo, I'm not saying this is the best rotation, I'm just saying this is the rotation that works for me, is to open the fight with either the 3 or the 5. It depends on where the enemy is in comparison to where I am. If I feel like I can get off the 5 without taking any damage at all, I will definitely do that, because the 5 is his highest damaging skill. And as you guys can see right here, it also has a stun as well. From there, if I open with the 5, I will go into 3 for the movement and most importantly the guard. From there, I'll try to chain the stun on the 5 into the stun on the 2. As you guys can see, it also has a stun here, which is great, and it is a slight iframe as well. Not very noticeable if the enemy's not stunned, so don't rely on the iframe, just rely on the stun. So we'll go 5, 3, 2, and then we'll go 4. 4 right here is a risky skill because it kind of keeps you in place. You're in the air, but you don't really have that much control. And at the end of the skill, there's a slight iframe. So don't rely on this skill to keep you safe. You want to make sure the enemy is stunned every time you use it. The 1 skill right here is a decent skill if you're in a one-on-one fight, because it will guard break and stun lock the enemies. However, If you're in something like a wave mode, which we're going into right now, you shouldn't ideally use it because it's gonna root you, and if the enemies are beside you or behind you, they will be able to attack you, and there's not much you're going to be able to do about it. You're going to have to stay there and wait for the skill to play out, and in most cases you're going to take a bunch of damage, if not even die. Keep in mind, Baron Mordo is a blast type. Blast types don't have very good defenses, and he has guards and iframes, so use those to keep yourself alive. As for ISO set, I have Power of Angry Hulk because I wanted the extra attack speed, just because I want everything to flow nicely. Don't necessarily need it if you have some coming from your cards though. Go with Overdrive and get some more crit damage there. That would be great too. And if you're lacking in skill cooldown, you can go ahead and put Hawk's Eye. Not really a waste because he does have some dodge in the kit, so if you get some from Hawk's Eye as well, I guess that could help out. But ideally, for me, Hawk's Eye is not what I want, okay? Right here, I have Ignore Defense because I wanted to cap that off. Crit Rate, which is why my crit rate is so high. And we have Invincibility. The reason why I have Invincibility here is because when I was building my Baron Mordo initially, I wasn't very good at playing him. I still had to learn how to play him very well. So I put Invincibility here because I struggled to keep him alive. On top of that, right here in his 4-star passive, he has a damage proc. So I figured not really losing too much by putting Invincibility on him, so I figured why not just go ahead and give him a little bit more survivability with the Invincibility proc. So that was my thinking. But for you guys, if you want to, you can go ahead and put a damage proc here. I'm sure it won't hurt at all if you're very skilled at using him. But like I always say, I'm the scrub, so I always have to protect myself with these invincibility obelisks if I don't feel very safe. Okay, so let's jump in here and we're gonna take on floor 4, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, floor 4. And we're gonna go up against this Red Hulk wave mode right here. So let's do it. Alright, Kingpin. Let's do it. Kind of wasted that there. No, that was bad. That was really bad to use the 4 there. Try to stay away from Ronin because I don't want to get stunned by him. Oh no, no, no! I didn't realize that there was another enemy off to the side there. That was bad. I couldn't see him on my friggin' map. Yeah, you gotta try and get red with the stun. Ooh. Yeah, I'm messing up a lot in this one. Like I said, boys, Baron Mordo is a great character, but if you're a scrub like me and you don't have the technical skill to play him very well, this is what your run is gonna look like. Still gonna clear it, but took way more hits than I should have. Oh yeah, I forgot I can use the 1 skill now because it's only him. And then we'll just keep him locked down and just bust his face in. This guy got a hit off at the end there. But yeah, guys, like I said, Baron Mordo, very, very solid super villain. However, he does require a good bit of technical skill to play with. So be warned, if you're not very good at the game, if you suck like me, put invincibility on him, and with some practice, your Baron Mordo will be able to do a good bit of stuff for you inside Shadowland and out of it. But that's it for this one, guys. Like always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.